This intro's great on it in its own right. Look at that. What a brilliant intro. It's great. What I loved about the subtitle, A Pig and Flick Adventure. That's great. And look, you flush yourself down the toilet at the start of the games. Thematically it makes sense, because you're in like a shithole, aren't you, basically? It's a dark and stormy night at Professor Stinkbomb's lab, where a machine has been built to save the world from pollution by transexisting it to dimensions excrement. Eccentric millionaire Snotty Ragsdale has taken a job at the lab too. Wait, what's her name? Her name's Snotty Ragsdale. I didn't even know that. The lab to investigate its safety and find out exactly where the pot pollution is coming from or going. He has a bad feeling about this latest contraption. This night his suspicions will come true. So, what's his name? Snotty Ragsdale. Snotty McRagsdale. That's great. I didn't even know he had a name. Well, obviously, everyone's going to say Boogerman. It's like the Bruce Wayne Batman thing, isn't it? I think it's very ballsy for like a game to kind of have such a grotesque protagonist. You know, like a main character that's like flicking bogies and farting and stuff like that. You know, because it's quite outrageous, isn't it? But this game did it. Straight away, it's very striking, isn't it? The art style is great, and the music's quite good as well. So yeah, our main weapon of choice is bogies, as you can see. We're throwing them out of our nose, and we're gonna have to rip a snorter now. Just look at that! Look at that animation. It's great. And at the top left, you can see our snot, which is our projectiles. Yeah. And those mud piles or shit piles, we could dig through those for items as well. And watch this. He sticks his tongue out when he's going up a nostril. That's great. Yeah. You get like, I think you drink milk and chili together, it makes like gob, which is, or something like that. It's like powerful spit. Oh, that toilet there is a bonus level, right? So there's bonus levels in this game, but we know this is a bit of a lengthy game and it's getting quite late, so we don't want to... We're not here to do 100% of the game. No. We just kind of want to get this in.
Yeah, you need a lot of plungers to get like the...
Yeah, you do.
bonus lives.
But again, we're not going to do 100% or nothing like that, so yeah. And you can also fly in this game as well. I think chili might make you fly, so you're kind of... Yeah, using your ass to, you know, create like a, you know, jetpack. Yeah, yeah. Why didn't Boogerman become the next Sonic? I wonder why. Again, look at the monsters in this game. It's really cool. Yeah, it is. It looks very cartoon-like. It's really cool. Oh fuck me! You died quickly. What is the health bar? It's a good question, actually.
Oh, is it his cape?
I don't think it's the cape. I don't actually know what the health bar is, actually. So the top left is your projectiles. That's snot, right? It has to be. What's the top right? Burps?
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
And maybe, does your portrait change at the bottom? Like, its face features, maybe? I'll have to keep an eye on it. Yeah. Can you jump on them? Like, yeah, you can.
You can, but
oh, if you could dig through this shit, yeah. So Boogerman is a game that we had when we were a kid. Wow, you die quickly in this game.
So it's basically you get 2 hits and the capes is like, if you want a cape, you get like health.
Right, okay, so it is attached to capes then.
So it needs to be still work.
Yeah. So yeah, take your time a little bit. But yeah, we had this when we were a kid. I remember even the day we picked this up, it was in the evening, it was really dark. And yeah, I do remember picking this up. I think my dad drove to get it from like a Trade It magazine. And I loved it. There you go, we've got Gob now, so that's obviously a powered up like projectile. Can we carry like that over to boss fights? Oh, right. So, do we lose it if we get hit? You know. It might be on a timer, it might be on how many you shoot. I'm not too sure. It's been a very long time since I played Boogerman, so all I remember about this game is it's got a really cool premise. It's got a really cool protagonist. But it has very hard boss fights too. They're quite relentless, the boss fights in this game. They're hard. Yeah. It's one of those games where you're gonna have to remember the patterns of the bosses to do well at it. Oh, so you got the typical Sonic, like or Sonic's 2 stages, isn't it? This is 3 stages. 4 stages. Oh, that might outstay its welcome a little bit. 4 stages of the same kind of environment is a little much. Cut that down to 3. It doesn't need to be 4. But again, the monsters in this game are great as well. It is. I don't know if people really like Boogerman. I don't know how well this game was received, but I have always liked it. I've always thought it did a really good job. And again, you've never seen a game quite as gross as this, did you?
No, never.
Not really. But it's a gross in a different kind of way. You know, when we talk about like just gross, people think about possibly a game being gory or bloody or whatever. This one's just like bodily functions gross. Yeah. Which is really unique. Alright, no problem. Oh, there's a secret there. That's cool. Secret in the tree. Yeah, the levels are actually quite short. I'm surprised how short these levels are. He's quite built, isn't he, Boogerman? He's got a fucking chin on him, though.
I don't know why his chin is literally like 10 times the size of his face.
I reckon his chin is like, what's these birds?
Oh yeah, like a fucking...
yeah, and we've got that giant gullet.
Yeah.
To produce, for him, because he's producing burps and stuff, maybe it's visually makes sense. I'm pretty sure, didn't they try to revive Boogerman through a Kickstarter recently as well? They tried to, I know they tried to revive, oh shit. I know they tried to revive James Pond 2, James Pond, and I don't think it worked, which is sad, because, you know, I was a big fan of James Pond 2, and I've played that on the channel. But I'm sure Boogerman may have got like a Kickstarter lately, but of course it didn't make any money, which it doesn't surprise me, because I don't think many people... I don't think many people know Boogerman. I don't think many people would have supported it. If I would have saw it, I would have supported it. But I didn't when it was actually first launched, the Kickstarter, sadly. But, you know, in today's climate, you know, I always think, even if this was a successful Kickstarter, it wouldn't be a very... I can't see it being a very significant game in today's climate, you know. Not of how good games are now. Yeah... I just think small development team, you know, look how some indie developers are amazing, but I just can't see it being successful, you know. Even if it did launch, I don't know how good it would have been. Doesn't mean I wouldn't have tried, doesn't mean I wouldn't have supported it, but yeah. Can you fly now? Because you're I know you can fart with your ass and you can fly up here. Oh, is it? You don't have it yet? Because we're speeding through this, because we know this is I don't think this game's like lengthy, but you know, it's not a short game neither, and you can die quite quickly, so we're trying to progress this game pretty quickly.
He hits 2 hits.
Yeah.
2.
And some of these boss fights you could die many times. I love this troll, it looks great. Thankfully there is that password system that helps the gamer, you know, get back. Yeah, you can beat this game with a password system, yeah, you can. It's like you're backtracking quite a lot to get back to where you were.
No, I think it's different places. So.
Yeah. Does that shoot through just 2 creatures, or is it like going for everything? I saw it stop on 2, so maybe it can't go through everything. Yeah. I'm gonna go up, right? Yeah. I like the smell. Look at that. This game was seriously hard though. That's one thing I do remember playing a kid. Even with the password system, it was a really hard game to beat.
And you got two stuff. You got 2 endpoints. When you go to a boss, so
yeah.
You know, you've got to be fucking...
Bosses have a lot of health and you die very quickly in this game. And the password system was quite good as well, because it was one of those visual passwords where you would basically have the monsters in the game will be the code. So it was kind of cool for kids, because nothing's worse than having some of those 20-digit passwords like Wonder Boy Dragon's Trap, and and it never worked. You have to put 20 numbers in order to kind of get your save. This was a lot better. Oh shit! I think so. We got started. No, we had a checkpoint. You game over already. Oh god, this is gonna be tough.
So maybe we go from this level like the very start. Chili, Yeti,
spots. Chili, Yeti, spots, minor. Oh, it's automatic. I reckon we're starting from stage 1. Yeah. Oh, we're off to an awful start.
Really? The whole... Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I do remember this game being hard. It's not an easy game.
I honestly thought you had way more difficulties, but like,
So Josh watched a speedrunner run to prepare for this. And it does sometimes, watching speedruns doesn't capture the game's real difficulty. And it makes it look easy, but it's not, obviously. Yeah. Do you think I think the password system possibly saves on the boss fights though, because with the way the bosses work in this game, you would die many times. So I think the passwords would work on bosses, from what my vague memory remembers of this game. Yeah, those toilets, you can go down there and it's like a bonus level, but we don't really need to see that. Yeah, they do arc, but I think that's a good thing really, because when there's stuff lower than you. Yeah.
Yeah, you need a ton of plungers just to get that. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. If you took your time and you want to do those things, it's good. You can definitely like get to the bonus lives.
You could, but this is not.
Yeah. I would say this though, when you think about it, with the way the password system works, that you can just skip to like certain levels, it kind of offsets the fact that you really need to go for the plungers. Because if you're going to lose all your lives anyway and use a password system, your 12 lives ain't going to carry over anyway. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're left with 1 life, kill yourself and just and then and just use a password. So you can see there's a bit of a flaw in like collecting lives really, because you potentially won't really need to do that. But I'm pretty certain it does. The save does work on the boss fight. I'm pretty certain it does. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Welcome back, Oddie. So Josh got really arrogant. He thought he watched a speedrun to prepare for this, and he died on level 4. And the password system doesn't work until I think you get to the boss of the stage. So if you die on level stage 4, you're going back to stage 1 basically. And this game has way too many stages. There's 4 stages per level, which I think is too many.
It should have been
3 max. Yeah, don't do 4. They're not the longest stages though, I would say that. But then again, we're kind of running quickly through it. If you're taking your time, 4 stages is too much. You know, if you're just naturally playing it, like, which we're kind of not doing right now. We're trying to speed it up a bit. Yeah. Well, that's why this game's hard. I remember now. So, Audie, did you have this game as a kid? I don't know if Audie had this game. I think he did, actually. Flatulent swamps. And this came out on SNES as well, didn't it? This is definitely a multiplat, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know what was a stronger version. Yeah. The one problem with the SNES ports that seemed to like plague a lot of them was it was more zoomed in. There was less on screen. It was always cropped when it's SNES games up to the Mega Drive.
Yeah, usually.
And this is what Nintendo fans don't give Sega much credit for is the fact that Sega Mega Drive Genesis was out 2 years before the SNES was. So you know what I mean? The hardware was 2 years old by the time it came out.
Yeah.
But when you visually look at them side by side and look at libraries, there isn't like a vast difference really. And it's mostly like preference. Again, you've got to give Mega Drive like a real big bonus points for that, for being out 2 years earlier. No, that's a big plus. Yeah. Yeah. Ghosts in games are always like this. Invincible. When I was playing Ghost and Demons, the open bore family games, there's ghosts in one of the levels, in one of the tower levels. They spawn and you can't hurt them, but they kind of like, they fly into your hitbox. And they're invincible for quite a while, so you can't actually do anything about it. And sometimes they basically become uninvincible right on top of your hitbox.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad, isn't it?
I think Josh is going. I think you need to slow down a bit. I think you need to pick these creatures off a bit better, because we've only got one life left. It's quite zoomed in as well. This game, you don't have much. There's not much point of view, is there? You could easily run into enemies. I'm gonna dig up that shit, maybe get some powers. Yeah. Oh, well, there are capes and shit, so there you go. That could be quite handy. Is there any... Oh, can we fly? Can you use your ass to fly? Chili? Right. We need to see the fly. Fly. I don't know if Audie heard. Audie, did you have this game? Don't know if he's even there. I'm curious to see if he used to have this as a kid. What did you think of it? Did you like it? Oh, fucking hell, that's tight. Yeah, I loved it for obvious reasons. Like every adolescent boy would. I bet you never beat it though. I don't think anyone beat this game back in the day. It was so hard. I never beat this game now. Even with the password system, still couldn't beat it. No. No.
Right, so this is the boss fight, so I don't know.
Is this the chicken boy guy? The chicken... Hick boy. That's a bit offensive, isn't it? Hick boy now? That's great. That's great. I love it. It's offensive, but it's in a good way. Yo, fucking Hick Boy took your ass out.
Oh, yeah. Right, you're going to save that. Do you think the password system will work?
I think the password system will work. From my memory, playing this back in the days, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time. Did you say getting Buck? Oh. Does farting on him actually do more damage? Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? This must have been a fun game to like make or animate. Ask Phil or Mike that question. People watching this won't understand that reference. So like, I'm not gonna even go into that, but yeah, they'll definitely know. Oh Christ! Yeah. Oh well, we'll see if I'm talking shit. Oh, I was correct. Ghost, goblin, ghost, spots. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised that, you know, in a way that Boogerman hasn't really been discovered in today's climate, because, you know, all the new age gamers would probably find this quite an interesting game, you know. It's a bit ahead of its time in what it's doing, you know. Yeah. It's the themes of the game is really quite funny. It should be more iconic, but that's what I said. I'm pretty sure they did raise a Kickstarter for it, and unfortunately, didn't do anything. Again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think sometimes these failed Kickstarters, how many Kickstarters come out and are very underwhelmed with what you get at the end? It happens all the time. And then half of them don't seem to get made anyway, you know, or, you know, it seems to disappoint a lot of people. Oh, fucking hell. Does he, I need to focus on the animation. Does he pull the, like, eggs out of his ass, or does he squeeze it? I'm gonna watch the animations. Like he just slings it like it's like a fucking doesn't care. Yeah, the hitbox is. I noticed hitbox has been. Yeah. Yeah, he's literally putting his hand inside the chicken's ass and pulling out the eggs. It's great.
I'm just going to play a secret for 3 minutes. It's like doing a developer for a level.
Yeah.
It takes ages to get it going.
Yeah. Sometimes speedrun tactics ultimately don't work because you end up dying anyway.
Yeah, we just take the high ground.
We'll take the high ground, battling from the top. You should be pretty easy if you stay on high ground because all you're really doing is dodging. Yeah, and the odd egg. Yeah, it's not too bad. I remember a certain boss later on, I died on it about 30 times, but I beat him in the end. Like,
was that like that ant?
I think it might have been the ant guy. Yeah. A poor chicken. I wonder if this game actually had any controversial stuff come about it when it was coming out. Because we played Night Trap the other day and that was just silly, wasn't it? But, oh, Josh.
to God, I swear to God, sometimes you think you jump on the platform
Yeah.
and it just sinks through.
Audie, do you smell a bit of a DSP run coming from Josh?
Oh yeah, let's compare this.
This is how.
Let's compare this to
This is how you don't play Boogerman. Can you? Would I title that video? Pressure's on Josh now. He's absolutely terrified. Look, he's watching it already. He knows the pressure's on. This is how you don't play Boogerman, everybody. And it's going straight up on my YouTube. Sometimes people play better with a bit of fear in them. Maybe Josh is the same. Maybe we put a bit of pressure on him. He might do a bit better. Or he might collapse. Could be either way. Yeah, it's like sometimes the bogies are going through his legs and stuff. The hitboxes are quite wonky. Yeah. What happens when you run out of bogies? What happens then? You just start to fart and burp in his face. Okay. Alright, he's down. See, if you would have just done that from the start, you would have done... Should do it on his nose at least. Come on.
There we go.
The pits, level 1. Level 1, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to work out what this actually is. I'm looking at the background saying, what is this? Oh, fucking hell, you don't quick.
When you jump on some enemies' heads, sometimes
yeah.
You butt smashes. Other times you just sink through.
I think it's very clear already the hitboxes in this game are quite wonky. And here's the problem with like stuff like this. Yeah, you'd rather just kill yourself off and get 2 lives rather than trying to do 3 or 4 stages with 1.
4 stages.
Yeah.
You got 3 lives.
Yeah.
4 stages.
Basically encourages the gamer to kill themselves.
Oh, you just press start. It just takes you straight back.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, no, I agree. The hitboxes are shit. Yeah. Maybe that's why the game's so difficult, because the hitboxes are kind of off. It's quite zoomed in as well. You can't see very far in front of yourself. Yeah. Audie, I think you need to get a kill counter, like, you know, keep a tally going, because I think Josh is going to be like a part of the infamy now. I'm trying to work out what this background even is. What is this? The pits. Visually, I don't understand what's going on here. I think it's just random, actually. It's quite erratic as well, the gameplay. It is. No. Thankfully, Boogerman moves like a snail, so you got a bit of time to actually, you know, react. If he ran any quicker, fucking hell. Yeah. Well, they are bogies. They've got to be small projectiles. Like, if he went to jump on his head, he's got a 50% chance that doesn't work. We're going to do 1 bonus level for a stream, because people might be curious. So we're quite clearly in a sewer. There's... Can we, can you climb up? Oh, there you go. Was that it? That's exit. Well, that's a shit sewer, wasn't it?
Seriously.
Wow, you did that for like a couple of plungers.
Just get some, like,
Yeah. And we're not going to go to... And again, like we said, the flaw in this system is you'll just kill yourself to get your lives back anyway, so you don't really need to hoard lives and go through all these plungers. What's the point? Because at the end of the day, you're going to die somewhere along in the game, and then you're not going to... Then you realise there's no point collecting all these plungers. It's a goblin riding another goblin. What is that red thing? Is that meant to be chili or a piece of pizza? I can't.
Yeah, I think it's got a bit of chili or something.
Is it?
See how many plungers? That was 17. Look,
17 plungers, yeah.
I look at it, it's like...
They look like 5 plungers actually in game now,
Yeah,
when you look at it. Yeah, we want to see like the fire ass, don't we? Yeah, it's cool. There we go. Oh, lovely. This is what you want. Oh, there's a cape there. Oh, fuck. We can't get it. Well, actually, when I think about Boogerman, he is a bit of a product of the early 90s, because back in the early 90s, there was a lot of cartoons that were kind of like, used a lot of toilet humor, was quite grotesque. Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, there was a couple of them like this, where like slightly more adult, but kids like really kind of got into them as well. So yeah, he really is a bit of a product of that time, isn't he? Yeah, would Boogerman survive now? It's hard to say, innit? Yeah. Yeah, it's going better than it was.
The levels are pretty tough, but the boss fights, they're not like they
Yeah.
go on so horrible.
Thankfully, they're kind to the gamer and put saves on the boss fights.
They've got to though, because how else are you going to fucking finish this game?
Yeah.
Just use one.
I love that death animation of the spot creature. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. How it works as like a charge attack as well. It's kind of cool. Can we get up there? No. Can you kill those things? Maybe you can. Part of the environment. Oh, look at that. He blows himself up anyway. He's basically, yeah, aggro bomb. Yeah. Yeah. We've already established collecting extra lives ain't going to be worthwhile anyway. Because at the end of the day, you're going to die on boss fights a lot, right? You're going to lose all your lives you've collected, and then you're just going to resort to loading it up anyway. So there, again, it makes the kind of collecting life system not redundant, really. It's not really something that you should be going for. It's just going to waste your time, actually. Yep. Oh, see, he knows what he's doing. Yep. Oh, that's good. Oh, nice. How you spot that? And there's milk up there. That was a good secret. Exactly, you know. Gamer intuition, isn't it? Oh, fucking hell. How did you dodge that with your hitbox? Oh, that was great. Yeah. Yeah. Is that level 3 or level 4?
What is that?
I don't know actually. What? That's a good question. What is that thing below the plunger? Is that a crushed plunger? I don't know actually. Oh, there's a chili up there. Oh, damn it. Wow. Beginner's trap. When people say beginner's trap when they take damage, I'm like, isn't every fucking aspect of the game a beginner's trap? You know what I mean? They want the, because otherwise, what, you want the gamer to be in control like 100% of the time, all times. It's like, that's not what gaming is. You know, you're meant to be constantly surprised and learn from, like, you know, the environments and stuff. Oh. Come on. Oh, fuck it. Yeah. He's a very jolly, kind of happy superhero, isn't he? He's always got a giant grin on his face. Got a checkpoint, that's right. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
You landed, I swear to God, you can rewind that. You landed right on that bogey then. Yeah. You could tell already the hitboxes are wonky, so it's not your fault, it's just the game. Yeah, everything's gonna end on the right, I think. So take your time now, because if you die, you got to do it all over again. Oh my God, kill those things from a distance. There's no point rushing it the last like 20% because you might have to spend another 10 minutes getting back here, you know what I mean? There we go, we're on the second boss. I wonder what the boss of this level is going to be. Is it Ant-Man, did you say?
No, it's way later on.
What would be in the pits? I'm trying to think, what could it be? Revolta, that's a girl's name. I'm certain of that. Oh, it is as well. I'll get you my pretty. Isn't that a take on Wizard of Oz? She's some sort of witch. Oh no, she's not. Oh, Christ. Again, very interesting boss designs. Kind of cool. Oh, it reaches. That's good. Oh, Christ. Yeah. They're like the Medusa heads, aren't they?
That's exactly it.
Castlevania. Her name's Revolt. I'm trying to think what makes her revolting there, really. She's quite, she's not that revolting, is she? She's just using a pogo stick. Well, I guess she does a giant burp, I suppose. That didn't. Oh, Christ. Yeah, your bogeys go for like a lot of the villain's legs, I noticed as well. It's very the upper half heavy. Like that. That went straight through the character. I think there's just a lot of invincible frames. That's what I think's happening. I don't necessarily. I think there's just a lot of frames of.
Yeah, he just it's not hittable.
Yeah.
It's so invincible.
Impossible to know, you know, really, unless you're quite, you know, giving it a go.
Yeah.
Like that. Why didn't that land? It's because in mid-attack animation, in this game, that you don't cancel out attack animation, so they're just invincible. Like that, you know what I mean? It's just... Yeah. Yeah. That's it. You got the pattern now. Yeah. Yeah, we do. I think this one. Oh.
Was that one hit? I swear to God.
Yeah, I didn't think I saw you get hit before that. Maybe it just didn't indicate
I
it.
swear to God, that first hit.
Yeah. She might do 2 hits of damage. She might be a different kind of boss. Well, it's pretty harsh. Yeah. Is there a difference between the fart and the burp?
You know what?
There must be a difference, because otherwise, why, like, maybe like the fart might take longer to charge, but it does more damage. Is it they're both the same? Why is there 2 options? If you know what I mean? If they're both the same thing. Okay. Oh, that was close. Nice. Yeah, that was okay. That's alright. Boogerville. I remember this stage. I think this is very goblin heavy if I remember correctly. Yeah, the soundtrack's quite unique, isn't it? It's not too bad, is it? Yeah, maybe go on the right side and then jump up through there. There you go. Oh, there's a cape up there. How'd you get that? Yeah, there has to be. I think these are my favourite enemies. They just look so cool. Oh, there you go. That's the last boss in the game, by the way.
Spoilers.
Oh, is that a spoiler? Alright, ignore that. Oh wait, there's a checkpoint back there. Go grab it. Yeah. Vote. I like the sky as well. Maybe. Oh, Christ. Oh, no. Do the enemies respawn in this game? I hate that in games when enemies respawn. Oh. Yeah. Their hitboxes are very small. Oh, damage, Josh. Careful. Is that meant to be like some sort of pus creature? I'm trying to figure out what everything is. Yeah, because everything's meant to be disgusting, isn't it? Yeah. And he's got spots as well, so... That's my favourite enemy, though. What's your favourite enemy?
I do like that big orange.
The big troll? Yeah, he's pretty cool. There's a Yeti as well. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Does that mean there's going to be an ice stage in here if there's a Yeti in here? Has to be, right? I don't remember an ice stage, but he is like a ice creature, so...
just it's too many plungers to get like
Yeah.
one extra life.
We were already established that you shouldn't really be going for like that many lives because you're gonna be losing them all anyway, and with a password system, so it's a bit of a flaw in the system, really. Maybe they should have made the plungers actually work as the one plunger does one plunger, you know what I mean, rather than
Yeah, you need like there's like 50 to get one plunger.
yeah, it's too many. And again, another problem with that is if you're exploring a lot of the level, you've got more chances of taking more damage as well, and you only have very few hit points.
Yeah.
I don't think it really encourages the gamer to go for those. And you're slowing you're slowing the game down as well. And this game's quite a long game anyway.
I mean, personally, I think 3 stages in the puzzle were there.
Yeah, four is too long. Yeah, they could have easily cut a stage out of here. Yeah, the classic leap of faith. Yep. Thankfully, in this game, you can actually like use your jump as a damage. Though some games you can't. So you're taking leaps of faith and you're just landing a shot on the enemy.
Yeah.
And the hitboxes though are not the best. The guy's trying bulging eyes. He's like, "Oh my god!" Don't take me down there. Oh fuck me! Okay, thank God for that. It is. It's very easy to bump into stuff. But that's why I think Boogerman runs quite... If you look at Boogerman's run animation, it's actually quite slow. But it has to be. That's why the levels are short as well, because if you're moving very slowly, they can't have really, really long levels, because it'll take forever to navigate through it. But it works, you know, it works for the difficulty level. Any faster, oh my god. Oh my god, you fucking had to hit that one gap.
We did get a check with that.
Yeah.
Right, that's just, we had just worked away down slowly.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know how many stages are in this game?
So we got this, we got the East, then we got the Mites, and then you get the last level.
So are we already halfway through?
So I think we're maybe halfway or nearly halfway. Yeah, this game's pretty fucking
Yeah. No, we don't.
It was there.
Yeah, you had to go through it. It was like me when I was playing that Earth from Gym 1.
Yeah, it's just you got all this slap and then just...
Yeah, you go down. That's why they put it there. They think, where's the likely chance where the gamer's going to go from here?
Yeah, of course.
We'll put a hole there. It wouldn't surprise me if it was intentional. Yeah. I think young kids will enjoy this because with the farts and the burps and the creatures and stuff like that. But it does get a little bit repetitive because the levels there's just too many levels per stage. I think. I think people even watching this might get a bit bored if they have not seen this game before. They're kind of the novelty of like your attacks and your animation will kind of wear off, and then it'd be like, is this a good platformer? Can it hold anyone's interest? And I don't know. Maybe. Probably they'll like flick through the levels and see what the level designs look like. In 5 minutes of it is like more or less the same.
Yeah.
Apparently, they said the Genesis version was also released on the Wii. On the 2008. Oh my god, it says the game's lead character also appears as a playable character in the rival of Earthworm Jim in Interplay's Clay Fighter 63. And a quarter. So Boogerman is Earthworm Jim's rival. That is a hell of a combo, that is. Funny enough, I just mentioned Earthworm Jim 2 seconds ago. I'm sticking through a little bit of like Boogerman's info. Let's see what I can find out about it. Yeah, it seemed like it did pretty well. It scored quite well. Yeah, this is actually a light game overall. Like, Sega Magazine back in the day, 87%. That's really good. Official Nintendo Magazine, 86%. IGN gave it a 6 out of 10 on Wii. Well, it's actually quite good for like a recent review. Well, IGN's possibly one of the worst gaming sites in the history of gaming sites. I always say IGN's a website for non-gamers, written by non-gamers. So if you don't like games, you've got no interest in games, go to IGN because that's the content that's there for you. Yeah. Well, GameSlop is still leagues above IGN, I would say. That's how bad IGN is. It's a pile of shit. And it's been a pile of shit for like at least 10-15 years. I boycotted IGN about 15 years ago because I realised they didn't know what the fuck. They didn't know nothing about gaming. Well, everything's a 10 out of 10 game according to IGN. Right, let's check Legacy, see what it says. On October 16th, Mike Straggy and Chris Trammell announced that an HD sequel of the game was in the works under their company name Toy Ghost by starting a Kickstarter. I told you. Yeah, see, I remember that. Which they were set for 375,000 gold by November 20th to finish the game for a potential November 2014 release. So they wanted 375,000, which is a bit of a big ask for, you know, I mean, how many old school fans would pay for that? I would. I mean, if I knew it even existed, I would have put a bit of money into it. I wouldn't have had any hope of it being any good, though. I said earlier, I'm pretty jaded when it comes to Kickstarter. Even though I support Kickstarter, there's just been too many disappointments where people can't get their games out, and when they do, it's always vastly disappointing. Oh, Divinity Original Sin? Oh, incredible. Yeah, Divinity Original Sin is one of the greatest games ever. It's amazing. But they're very, very rare. So it says, on October 24th, 2013, Toy Ghost announced that the backers who pledge $40 or more will be rewarded with an exclusive co-op mode featuring Earthworm Jim. That's quite a cool crossover. Which would have been the first time since 1997's Clay Fighter they would have appeared in a game together. It only reached 40 grand. That is fucking abysmal. That's so 40 grand at 375,000. That's nothing. And it's sad because the developers or people running Kickstarter realised then the hard cold facts is that nobody gives a fuck about Boogerman. And that's the truth. Nobody cares about him anymore. Yeah, just make another Call of Duty. Yeah, and here's the problem. This is why I don't support Call of Duty, FIFA, and any of these pieces of shit, because nothing a day one patch can't solve, you know. And it's like annually, yearly release. It's just milking the fans for all their money. And it's really unfortunate that these games do so well, and you got amazing games like Psychonauts that can't even get a sequel, you know, because nobody bought it the first time round, and they've got to go to crowdfunding to kind of make a sequel to like possibly one of the greatest 3D platformers ever. But no, Call of Duty, you know. That's fine, we'll bring those out every year. FIFA is like, yeah, we'll bring that out every year. We'll update the roster and like put a couple more animations in. Yeah, a DLC patch, yeah. There's enough fans so desperate for like, they know they'll make their money, and this is why I don't support those types of games, because why would you? It's killing the gaming industry, it's fucking the gaming industry up. Yeah, you're taking it up the ass by these fucking developers, these producers. They don't give a shit about you. Right. So apparently this only reached 40 grand, the Kickstarter. That's really disheartening. says, however, oh, we're moving a boulder, Tomb Raider style. It says here that Straggy and Tremel later sent it to Steam Greenlight website and announced on Boogerman's official Facebook page. That ain't gonna work. They were waiting to see how things go on Greenlight and hope to try another Kickstarter. However, nothing has heard them since. Yeah, no shit. I'd have said don't even bother. Kickstarter is a reflection of what if people want to see your game or not, and at 40 grand is an abysmal failure. Nobody wants to play it.
I just died on the very last thing.
Oh my god. Oh my, what, the last hit? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my goodness, Josh, how did you manage that? Oh. Yeah, we might have to put a save down and carry on tomorrow. Can we? I'm definitely going to call this. This is how you don't play though. Josh is going into DSP ranks now. You died on the last fucking enemy of the level. Are you kidding me? Hmm. Oh my god, the protagonist of Boogerman, a pick and flick adventure, was awarded the grossest character of 1994 by Electric Gaming Monthly. The website, IGN, nominated Boogerman the worst character name in 2007's list. Boogerman's one of the greatest character names. It's like Boogerman, it's Batman, isn't it? Spider-Man is a take on a superhero. It's a parody. So why is that one of the worst characters' name? And it can't be the worst character's name because that name portrays the character perfectly. IGN don't know what... I keep saying this. IGN don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah. Oh, they would. It's IGN. The funny thing about IGN, they're so arrogant. They've gone into reviewing movies over the last couple of years. And I'm thinking to myself, this company can't even review games properly, let alone movies. So what are you doing? Oh, thanks for following me. I can't see your name, so if you want to put like a message in the chat, I'll call you out. For some reason, my chat boxes aren't working correctly. Maybe the person that just followed us enjoys the fact that we're slagging off IGN. Well, we could keep it going all night if you want us to. Well, the worst thing I ever saw IGN do was when they reviewed, oh god, I think it was Football Manager 2007. 2007, that's how long ago it was. And this American reviewer reviewed it and gave it 1 out of 10, I believe. And called it like one of the worst games ever because you couldn't actually play football. But the managing aspect's very in depth. I'm like, oh yeah, because it's a management game, right? And then IGN UK that actually understand Football Manager games went like, is a 9.2, one of the greatest manager games of all time. And it sums up IGN entirely. They completely clueless.
Yeah, but again, these guys give on charm for 10.
They do. Dressed and Zesty, pick and flick. Love this game. Yeah, we love it too, but it's pretty hard. My brother's having quite a bit of difficulty getting this game done, so and he just ran out of snot. But yeah, we're big fans of Boogerman. Fans back in the day, and unfortunately, we just found out like the Kickstarter only grossed 40,000 out of 375,000. So not many people want to see him return, but we would. Well, there's a reason we're playing him tonight, isn't it? Do you know what's really sad though? You just know if someone like PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye played this game and was enjoying it, you know that Kickstarter probably would have reached his potential. Just one influencer would have been able to do it, you know? Yeah, influencers. Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame. But again, I keep saying it's a double-edged sword because we in Idle World, in our dreams, the sequel to Boogerman would be everything that you want to see. But the reality is, it probably wouldn't be. It would probably be quite a disappointing game, a short game. It'll have a lot of inconsistencies, and I think that's how most Kickstarters run. To be honest, I've seen my fair share of bad Kickstarters, which is probably the majority of them.
That's the problem. There's the majority of them didn't get finished. So
they don't get finished. No, and when they do get finished, they're not very good. I'm still waiting to see if the Suikoden game sequel. What's that called again? Euden Chronicles or something? How's that going? I've been waiting for that one. No, I'm big fans of Japanese RPGs and one of my all-time favorite genres, and that came out on a Kickstarter. But of course, there's always that side of me that wonders if it's going to be any good. I would totally play an FPS Boogerman. It'd just be a giant nostril on the end of the screen, and your fingers just flicking it. Yeah, there was a South Park FPS with snowballs, wasn't it? South Park had some terrible games, didn't they? Like Chef's Love Shack as well. Remember that shit? I never played it, but I read a lot about it, and it's meant to have been terrible. But yeah, first-person bogey slinging, that would be pretty cool. But you know, I'm all up for reimagining Boogerman. Why not? Why not turn it into a first-person shooter? Does it have to be a platformer? Maybe not. Yeah, just do a Call of Duty parody instead then. Call it like Booger Warfare or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'd give it a go. It probably would turn out more creative than Call of Duty at this stage. Well, anything's more creative than Call of Duty at this stage.
Let's say that this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's those blind jumps, isn't it? Yeah.
I was so annoyed I died on the last enemy on level 4.
Yeah.
So we could have been on the boss.
Yeah, we could have got this. One enemy. This is what happened with our run of Secret Command. I think it's the only game we played and put on YouTube that's not fully finished. I always try to finish these games because I don't want people watching our videos getting to the end and realize we didn't finish it, because that's bullshit. And I want to contain the videos in one piece as well. I'm not one of these YouTubers that want to spread all my content through 20 videos because they're desperate for like ad revenue. You know, I don't want to do that. Facts, exactly. I try to give value for, like, you know, I always appreciate people coming in to watch this stuff. So anyway, what was my point? I completely lost my point. What was my point? Fuck me. See, I'm waffling on about crap. We could go back to slagging off IGN because we like to do that anyway, because IGN is deserving of all the criticism it gets. Do you remember as well when IGN was talking about the 25 greatest Dreamcast games? And before they put their list out, they said, we have to mention Shenmue. They said Shenmue's a piece of shit, it's no good, it doesn't make our top 25 list. And I'm going, you're the same motherfuckers that gave it a 9.7. One of the great... But it's not good enough to make Dreamcast top 25. I'm not, even me, Shenmue's okay, I enjoy it for what it is. It's not the greatest game of all time, I don't think so, but they gave it a 9.7. But I can't think of 25 Dreamcast games that's even better than that. It's like, and the 25 games we're mentioning was silly. It was stuff like Seaman and Typing of the Dead, like some sort of like a take on, you know, yeah, a typing version of a modded version of House of the Dead 2. It's silly. But yeah, IGN, fucking hell, over the years. Worthless. What stage is this? Is this stage 2 or 3? Right. Oh, no lives. Okay, you're gonna have to play like your... Yeah, you need to play it like your life's on the line for real. So I don't know if you're one of those gamers that cracks under pressure or the pressure makes you play better. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't think anyone called Max Payne hardest of the hardcore. I love Max Payne, but Christ. No. Yeah, but some people are just not that great at games, and that's fine, but I wouldn't call like those games hardcore. Oh, when is that coming out, the Dead Space remaster? Is it? The thing is, I want Dead Space 2. I love Dead Space 2. I want to see that. I don't care about Dead Space 1. Oh, they've added side quests. Oh. Yeah. The truth is, though, we need the first game remaster to do well, because if that one does well, they will make a Dead Space 2 remaster, obviously, and possibly the third one. I wasn't a fan of the third one, but hopefully this one does well. How's the Resident Evil 4 remake going? Does anyone know anything about that?
I've got that. Have you seen it? It looks nice, but it looks shit. It's just like before. It's like it just doesn't
It looks like one of those, you know, when you press the button and the remastered screen comes over the top. Like it looks a bit like that, and I'm like,
Resident Evil 4 is probably like the most important game in history.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's true. I think if you're going to remaster Resident Evil 4, you shouldn't just put a new coat of paint on it, because that's what every modder's doing right now, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's just been remastered by a group of modders recently, and it looks amazing. I'm like, what can they add to that system? You've got to reimagine that kind of game, I think, because it's, you know, people would just say just play the remaster. Oh shit, Josh, you're almost dead. Oh yeah, you know they're going to stick it down there. Oh my god. Come on. Focus. Right, take your time now. Don't rush nothing. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, good. Right, take your time. We're not rushing anything. We can't afford to die again, because... Wow. Well, we don't need the checkpoint, because we only got one left anyway. Yep. Well, you are playing a 90s platformer. You're going to get pitfalls. And a lot of them on some games. I wonder if anyone plays Boogerman anymore. Does anyone stream this game on Twitch? I'm always curious when I'm playing these like older games if people like still, you know, are interested.
Yeah. I mean, I do, but I just
Don't know, do you? But there's no real money in it, is there? You know, I mean, a lot of people on Twitch, of course, and I don't blame them. They're trying to get as many views as possible, and I don't think Boogerman's going to be one of these games that's gonna. There's going to be some diehard fans like us that would like to see it, but yeah, because it's not bringing in much views. I don't think many people would be playing games like this. And you're still only on one life though.
I'm on 0 lives now. So
0 lives. Oh, this is going to be tricky.
So we have to do the whole thing.
Yep.
And this is the longest one. There's pitfalls everywhere. Ton of areas.
Just take your time. Don't rush anything, because we need to try to get this. Mm. Yeah. Oh well, I just played the Mickey Mouse games, and he's the same. He's just standing up in the same spot. He needs like to charge up his run. You can't just take off. You know, it's quite awkward. There's definitely going to be an enemy down there. We know that. Oh god. Come on, we can do it. Yeah. Yeah. Nice bit of gob. Shoot that guy out the window. Yeah. I still can't work out what those are. Does anyone know what those pink things are on the floor? I haven't figured it out. I'm trying to work it out what it's meant to be. Because you collect them, don't you? Oh, there's a secret toilet. Well, we're not interested in getting a couple more plungers. There's extra lives in there. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we would, but not plungers. It takes way too many. Oh, Christ, be careful. Right, don't botch this now. God, I'm scared for you right now. Christ. Yep. Alright, be careful. I'm trying to read his name. What's his name? Rogue Master? Boogermeister. Christ. See him saluting then. That's pretty cool. There's that. Well, we've already established that. Yeah, there's enemies under every rope. Oh Christ. Oh God. It's like a walking grenade. But we know it's coming to an end now, so if you just stay focused. And do you know what the boss is for the end of this level?
I think it's...
Is it the Ant-Man?
No, I think it's Flyman.
Flyman? Oh yeah, flies. Yeah, fly is a disgusting little creature, isn't it? Yeah, jump over him. Come on, we're almost there. Oh, the goddamn plunger. Yeah. Yeah, blind jumps. I don't like blind jumps. Oh my god! Run. Yeah, it's not really your fault because you're jumping blind. It's like how. Oh. Just do a just do a neutral jump down and just stay in the same spot. Oh Christ! Leap of faith. We need a cape for sure. Is that what that is? Beans. Oh, it's blowing up gas. Of course it is. Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Yeah, makes sense. Right, be careful because we know there's danger all around here. Yeah, where is he to? Oh, maybe if you die, they take them away. Yeah. Okay, we have a cape. Wait a minute, he's just spawned in. That is bullshit. That is some cheap enemy tricks. Yeah.
Right, in the speed run, the guy does a trick where he literally bites on this guy's head over and over again. I doubt I can pull it off, but it'd be caught, you know, it could happen.
Right, well, we'll see if we can pull off. Oh, it is Flyboy.
But the thing is, you restart your anyway, so.
I like the bosses in this game. Yeah.
He keeps bites on his head.
Yeah. Well, that's okay because we can beat this, get the password, and
I think we'll save it on the next step.
We don't even need to save it with the password select. We can just use that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's just.
Oh, I guess so. What on earth? It just sounds like some screeches. He's like, oh.
I don't know how he does it. He literally bounces, then on his head.
What, he just stays on top of his head?
He literally stays on his head the entire time. Obviously.
Oh, that's tough. Oh my! So you can duck as well. Yeah. We're just toying around with the sound. Hopefully that's gonna be okay. Flyboy. I just love the name. Flyboy. It's great. I have no idea what Flyboy says. What does it say? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea.
It's so distorted, isn't it? One thing I noticed about this game, a lot of the bosses' hitboxes are quite above the waist.
Yeah.
Like head and torso area.
I swear to God, when I watched this video earlier, the guy was belched on him and he always hit it every time. Yeah, I just did it twice and it misses entirely.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's version differences as well.
That's another thing people might not understand is like if you're playing certain versions, they are balanced differently. So you could maybe watch something on YouTube and it wouldn't necessarily play like the one you're playing.
So I swear to God, you can bounce on his head over and over
Yeah.
and over. Every time I do it, the Boogerman just like sinks through him. I don't get it.
Josh is trying to Mario him. He's trying to jump on his face, so it's not working though.
Honestly, you can watch the speedrun, but you can literally just do it over and over and over again.
It could be something linked with frame rate as well. You know, like the 50 hertz, 60 hertz.
Actually, because this is like the European edition, maybe it's like.
Yeah, the European version could be slower and not register correctly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't talked about the death animation where you can like melt. That's kind of cool, like snot off the screen. It's kind of cool as well.
The animation is probably one of the best about this game.
Yeah, it is quite a visually striking game, isn't it? The visuals on this game look really, really cool. Very bright, very colourful, very green, very grotesque. Josh is just getting his eye in. He's
Yeah, because basically, if you actually get really close to it, you can actually hit you. So you just got to bait his tags out.
Yep.
I bounced on a thingy and it just hit me anyway.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And that's one thing about this game as well. You notice the hitboxes are quite they're quite wonky, aren't they?
One of the worst designs games for us.
The hitboxes they're not very accurate, and you don't know what parts are vulnerable, which ones are, and you know it's quite tricky to tell.
Well, yeah, see, you can't actually jump, you can't bounce off the thing, worms underneath it. But it's sort of strategy then, it's actually a lot safer than more.
Yeah. You get there in a minute. I'll tell you one thing though, the bosses fights in this game aren't easy, are they?
No.
But I said that I think when we started this run yesterday, that the boss fights always stuck in my mind of being very, very difficult, even with a password selection. Because you would just assume that you would better beat this game when you're able to skip levels, but it's not the case.
Actually, the boss has got a lot of HP.
Yeah. Yeah, I like imagine a lot of people losing interest when they die a lot on these bosses. They're like, oh fuck this.
Yeah.
Play something else. I don't remember this boss being too difficult though. I remember, I think it was the ant one that was the one that was a tricky one.
Yeah.
I think that one had two platforms, one on the left and one on the right, if I remember correctly. I think that one was hard.
The good thing is that you basically farmed out that guy, so you do a lot more damage. But this guy, you're basically stuck in the fucking just like snot.
Yeah.
So really quite weak.
Yeah, we got to snot him down.
You see how
yeah. Come on, Boogerman, you meant to be a superhero. God damn, he's getting his ass whooped right now. Do you think he's inspired by, or inspired from the Green Hornet by any chance?
The Green Hornet?
Yeah, no, it's the Green Hornet's by. No, what's the Green Lantern? Because he wears all green, doesn't he? I've never seen it, obviously.
I think
Oddie's just on it. He said, of course not. He's laughing at me. He's thinking, are you stupid? I really don't know much about superhero movies. I don't really watch them all that much. Maybe the Green Lantern, because he doesn't the Green Lantern wear green, and doesn't he wear like a little face mask like that, kind of similar? But don't the Green Hornet wear a mask like that as well, though? He does, doesn't he? The Green Hornet wears like a little eye thing.
Yeah,
yeah, I think I'm onto something here. I think Oddie's wrong. I think I'm right. Come on, Josh, you gotta get your eye in there.
It's just, again, it's just, you know you're in for a long haul.
Yeah.
You use fucking bogies.
We currently have 400 people watching you, and are getting really annoyed that you can't get past Flyboy.
I could be Spanish DSP anyway, so imagine that kind of thing.
Right, yeah. If anyone's watching this, if you fancy making a "This is how you don't play," feel free, because You know, Josh is a very arrogant gamer, so, you know, we can actually make a video out of this. He's not even wearing a mask. It's a pilot hat. Oh, is it? Oh, he had a mask on, didn't he? The Green Hornet? Or Kato did. The late, great Bruce Lee. Do you think like superheroes wearing capes looked really stupid though? Really? Like, why would you wear this giant hulking fucking cape? It's silly, isn't it, wearing a cape when you think about it?
Yeah.
Visually, I don't know. Does it look badass or does it look stupid? Having this thing fluttering behind you all the time.
It's just too
It gets in the way. Oh, you got him finally.
There we go.
Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm going to shift this box across here a second. Only Spawn and Doctor Strange had functioning capes. I got to be honest, Spawn's cape was pretty cool, wasn't it? I think, yeah, but it's massive, isn't it, when Spawn uses it?
Yeah.
Does Spawn use his cape in the movie? Because, you know, there's that Michael J. White Spawn movie, which is fucking awful. Oh Christ, that's a bad movie. Is it so bad as good though? Does it fall in that category because it's bad?
It's just so bad as awful.
So it's just so bad as awful.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah, that's an awful movie, that's for sure. I can't imagine any Spawn fans watching that and being happy with like the end product. It's like when we watch Venom with Tom Hardy. How can Venom fans be happy with that film? It's shockingly bad. It's one of the worst films I sat through in the cinema. It's terrible.
Yeah, that fucking,
There's no way Venom fans said this is you know, a good adaptation of our superhero. No way.
And that song was absolutely
Eminem's Venom song was dog shit as well.
garbage.
But everyone seems to love it. Everyone's loving Venom. I'm like, what? Why do you like this movie? It's shit. And I think, from what I've heard, Venom 2 is actually worse than Venom 1. Can you imagine that? Oh, Christ, if that's the case. Yeah, all you just said, the second one is worse. I'm like, really? Oh, Christ.
Did you see the actor?
Nath, do the impression of the Venom song. I'm not going to make a fucking horse's ass out of myself. I do that enough anyway with my gameplay. But, maybe off stream to audio, I'll do like the terrible impression of the terrible Eminem song. And we're not knocking Eminem, you know. We do like some of his music, don't we? But fucking hell, that Venom song is dog shit. The truth is, I was in the Philippines at the time and I watched this in the cinema, and it was so bad. 20 minutes in, I fell asleep because in the Philippines they have these electric chairs in the cinema. It's amazing. You can actually lean backwards and stuff, and there's a tray you can actually rotate to your body, and you can even touch the lamps and stuff, and they come in and top up your drinks and stuff. It's amazing, but it was so cozy. I was watching Venom and it was so bad. I just said, you know what, it's not even worth my time watching it. I'd rather just get some sleep in the cinema. So yeah, yeah, I did. I nodded off, and the only reason I woke up is because Eminem's awful Venom song was playing in the background, and I was like, I woke up, I thought I was having a nightmare, and I woke up, I was like, what's this?
Yeah, the nightmare was actually reality. It was like, it's just like getting it soon.
I'm not doing it. No way. But it was... Oh, let me tell you. I woke up with that shit in my ears. I was like, oh man, just get out of here. Honestly, Venom was a terrible movie.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what anyone tells me about that movie. It was shit.
And there's tons of comedy in it as well. So
It was... No, it was awful. And it's weird because I don't really watch much superheroes. Don't know much about them really because I don't care about superheroes. But Venom was one I used to play. You know, we used to play Maximum Carnage back in the days, and I used to play some of the Spider-Man games on PS1, which I loved. And Venom was just always a cool character. I've always liked that character. I like his design, so I always got a bit of attachment to Venom. So when I saw how they dealt with him, I knew the fans wouldn't like it. Some of them would, the easy to please fans, but I can't see many Venom fans being happy with that shit. I wouldn't be. And I'm not like a massive superhero fan.
And there's so much comedy. It's like
Yeah.
there's so much comedy. It's like Hardy's fun filament, this badass with bodybuilder.
Yeah, it was, and Tom Hardy's like 5'2". It's like it wasn't Venom Eddie Brock, who's like this giant bodybuilder. Yeah, Tom Hardy cannot portray that kind of character. Oddie knows more about it, because Oddie's used to read the Spider-Man magazine, so he would know. And I don't think he was happy with the movie either. Woody Harrelson has a massive ginger rug on in the end film. Yeah, that's true. Isn't he like Carnage? But the problem is one of these characters, like, is Woody Harrelson. He's too big for the role as Carnage. You know, it never worked for me. It was Woody Harrelson with a really terrible wig. It made me laugh. It's stupid. Oh wait a minute, that's a good question. Was Woody Harrelson even in the sequel to Venom 2? What was he fighting Carnage? I guess he was. I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you. It's like a snot river, isn't it? A snot cavern. You mean Tom Hardy? Who did I say? Jeff Hardy or something? Oh, I was talking about Woody Harrelson's. Woody Harrelson at the end of Venom 1, he's got this giant ginger wig on, isn't he, in prison? Yeah. And it's laughable, because everyone knows Woody Harrelson's bald as fuck. And his hairpiece was ridiculous. But Woody Harrelson being Carnage as well, like, it doesn't work for me. I'll tell you what game I did love, Spider-Man on PS1. The one that kind of made the excuse for having the fog bank at the bottom of the fog at the bottom of the level. Like, it was like some sort of like gas that you couldn't, of course, you couldn't, they didn't have enough power for you to visit the streets, so they're like, yeah, you stay away from the bottom. But I love that game. I think Stan Lee actually did the commentary as well, or was the narrator for the game, and it was so good. And once you beat the game, there's Easter eggs and there's unlockable Spider-Man outfits. I've got a funny story relating to that game as well, which I might tell once upon a, you know, maybe in the future. But I love that Spider-Man game. Oh, Oddie said he is the main villain, so Carnage. They set it up for the first movie, but sometimes they set things up, but it doesn't really transpire, does it, in the sequel? But I guess in that case, they did actually follow through with Carnage being. But then again, isn't Carnage like, Spider-Man's biggest rival? Not Spider-Man. Venom's biggest rival. So where'd you go? Where'd you go from there? You know, who else can Venom fight? I have no idea. You can't fight Spider-Man, can he? Because they're not going to want to make like a Venom fight Spider-Man in a movie. Because one of them's going to have to be portrayed as a bad guy, and obviously, they wouldn't want to do that. Do you think they should turn Boogerman into a superhero movie? Can you imagine if they made Boogerman into a movie? I would be the first one in the cinema watching that. I tell you, I'd love to see that. It'd be brilliant. Yeah, but don't do like Family Guy type humor. Don't do it like that. Unless they do it as CGI, like a Pixar movie. Yeah. I do vaguely remember this level as well, so it shows I must have got so far in this game. Yeah. Yep. I said this when you were playing it yesterday, that you can't really run quickly in this game because you can't see very far in front of yourself. Yeah, and your hits, you have very few hit points, so you would die very quickly.
Yeah. Well, you think we've got 2 more levels, then there's the boss, and then we've got 4 blast levels at the bottom boss, so it's not that far left.
Why wouldn't it make farting sounds? This is Boogerman we're talking about. Every opportunity they had to put something grotesque in it, they've obviously took the opportunities to do it, which I like. It's like they didn't hold back, did they, with Boogerman?
Oh, no.
They fulfilled their, you know, what they're going for, I think.
Right, 2 lives to get this last level then.
Alright, he's got 2 lives to do it. Take your time, don't rush. Because sometimes when you rush, it's like,
yeah, it's
when you end up dying, then it's like, to save 5 seconds, you got to play another 5 minutes. It's just not worth it.
And you don't have health in this game.
No, you don't. Nasal caverns too.
Yeah, basically, it's weird. You need 2 and 2 with this one.
Oh, it's only 2 and 2, is it?
Yeah, but basically, there's 2 caverns. That's what the clips just did. So they
Oh.
actually try to mix up a bit. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
Well, I don't mind there's sometimes there
Yeah.
is,
Do you think this game lacks enemy variety?
yeah, there's not many enemies.
There's not many enemies I'm noticing. But I think a lot of games have that problem, don't they?
Oh.
Even like huge budget games. It's one of the reasons why one of my few criticisms of The Witcher 3, you know, as great as The Witcher 3 was, it lacked enemy. Yeah.
And even in the DLC, it's the same enemies,
Yeah.
but they basically like made it look a bit different.
Yeah. That's the one thing I didn't like about it too much.
Right, I mean, don't get me wrong, great game, but
And Witcher 3 is a hell of a game, don't get me wrong. Oh, look at that. It's cool. He's been strung up. And he's getting his head smashed in. That's great.
it's great.
I like that. That's cool. There you go. Just that little detail that he sticks out his tongue to go up the nostril is just brilliant.
Yeah, this is very fast. What was this guy's name?
Boogerman. I can't remember. What is Boogerman's name? My memory sucks anyway.
I think that was really stupid.
Yeah. Earthworm Jim had a little bit of like adult art as well when I think about it, you know, because he's kind of linked to Earthworm Jim, isn't he? Because Earthworm Jim wasn't as cozy as this either, was it? It had a little bit of an edge to it, for like a, not like a Ren and Stimpy edge, but it felt like it had a bit more of a mature art style, you know. Did this ever get on Games Master, Boogerman? I'm trying to think about like what the reputation would have been like when it came out.
This game is so like unique. I mean,
It is. That's a good point. It is a unique game. I can't think of many games that's marketed as just being as dirty and disgusting as possible. Oh, that's a good secret. Oh, fuck. There's extra life there. Nice. It's always interesting when you find extra 1-ups or extra lives like that in games that once you get them once and you die, are they still there? A lot of games they don't respawn.
A lot of games do that.
Yeah, so once you die once, maybe you're still going to stay there. That's good. Oh shit, come on. Oh, fair enough, you got up there.
In the task is great. He basically used that the entire game.
Does he?
He literally gets farts away for the entire life. It's just great.
But you know what we haven't seen yet? We haven't seen those white Yeti monsters, have we? We know we're there in the game.
What Yeti monsters?
Yeah, is it?
There's white ones. You know, there is orange ones.
Do you know, I might be going crazy, but I thought there were white versions of that.
Maybe the password, maybe mixed up.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm getting very confused.
We haven't played this game really since we were kids, so
No.
Is that the longest level you've ever seen?
Yeah, it's pretty long. Oh, I got falling goblins now, so be careful. I like that, like mining away to their deaths. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going to be another leap of faith. Oh my god. Oh wow. Fair play. You got it. You could just shit on it. Oh, wait a minute. You're farting fire now.
Yeah, basically, I think that's the strongest attack in the game.
Oh, is it?
In the task, you basically use this like fire, like every single
What,
time.
against bosses?
Yeah, and it just wrecks bosses.
Alright, so Josh said farting fire wrecks bosses, so we're going to try to keep our ass lit.
But the thing, no, see, look, it's gone. I don't know how he does it, but he basically keeps it for the whole game. But like,
Is it done on a timer?
I think it maybe it's uses or something, but well, that's it. Never like,
Well, we're on the boss. That's good.
so that's that whole
Progress.
level, I ain't gotta worry about it.
Yep, not bad.
And remember, I think this boss is probably the tankiest.
No, this is the Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
I remember fighting Deodorant. Did he say you stink or you suck, Boogerman? I remember fighting this guy, and he was a pain.
I mean, the annoying thing is with this one, I think it's a set power where it shows up.
Oh, so it's not random then. I noticed they like throwing 3 projectiles out these bosses, at you. Seems they all kind of work the same.
So you gotta remember, so we went right, left, right.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have a very good memory on this fight, I remember this one being a pain. Probably why it took me forever to beat it.
So yeah, so now he might fucking come if he comes right in front, so
Yep.
See what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be very sharp on this boss. Oh, what did he throw out then? Oh, Christ.
What is that? I think so. I did watch a speed run. I think he throws breath mints at you.
He throws breath mints at you.
It stops your so it stops your like gas tank, and he throws
Does he?
like a nasal spray, so actually reduces your slot gauge.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty funny.
Wow, he manipulates your attack then.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, you actually drains it.
That's actually hilarious.
Right, actually. Right, sorry to fucking belch this man. Fucking, he's so quick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, they spawn that. Did that disappear after a certain amount of time?
I've no idea. But don't forget, it's about 3 hits now.
That's great.
Just like,
So is that breath mints he's throwing at you?
I think that's breath mints, yeah. I think one of them's like meant to be a nasal spray, and I've no idea what the fuck that one is. It was right again, wasn't it, man?
I don't know. Oh fuck.
Yeah, it was right.
Yeah. What we could do is get a piece of paper and a pen and just do the old-fashioned way and just type in like or write in.
Well, you can't do right and right again, can you? You can't do.
Oh, you don't know. And oh, good. I thought I was going to run out of range there.
What do you do left, right?
Oh, I don't know. I am not. Oh god. Oh Christ, it's tight, isn't it?
It's not really left or left, it's short. Like,
No, that'd be mean of the developer to do that. Oh my god, how you got over that? I don't know.
I don't know how that dodged it.
I don't know how you dodged it. No. Oh, come on. Oof. It's a bit, even watching it is quite nerve-wracking, because you know I only got to do it all over again if you lose. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn it.
That's bad.
Oh, I got him, thank God for that. See you can see the builder's crack right there. Yeah, you did it pretty fast. That was good.
To be honest, we got a lucky cape drop. That's what gave us.
Yeah. Pus Palace. I like the sound of that.
You know what? We're gonna die here. Warlocks back.
Another green dog.
Yeah, basically, I don't wanna stall these
No.
like 2 lives and as many as possible.
Yeah, you're encouraged to kill yourself in this game to kind of get to the password.
You see, this is the last level, so I'm not going to send the shit to the vendors. So you got a bit of.
Well, this is the last level. That 2 hits is just not enough, though, is it? Really? Yes. That's hard.
I think it should have been 3, and then maybe like a bonus 4, but still, it's fucking minimal, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna look at the. It's quite a strange design. Oh, look at the pictures. Is that him as a kid?
Yeah, just found the jump or something.
Maybe they'll tell his backstory through paintings on his wall. That'd be a pretty cool way to kind of do like a. Yeah, it'd be quite a good way to put a bit of like lore into the game or depth into the character. Oh yeah, there he goes. He's won a prize or something, by the looks of it. We still don't know what these red things are on the floor, do we? We haven't figured that out.
They add up for something, but yeah, I don't actually know what
no.
it is supposed to be.
Cape, please. Yeah, see how that enemy spawned below you just then? Yeah, I don't like when games do that. Respawn enemies that you just killed or respawn them on you. It's annoying. Yeah, that's just cheap. Yeah, they do spawn right in there. Yeah, we need to get that. What do you think? Oh, I like the face there. What do you think about the background? I think it's kind of like ugly looking, like the checkerboard background. It's a bit repetitive. Yeah, it's not very nice to look at.
I mean, look, it's like it's all
yeah.
I know there's a cape just below me.
Yeah, there is. There's a cape down there. Oh my god! Then there's these classic leap of faiths.
Man, there's a lot of memes in this game.
Yep. I'm trying to think of some more retro games from back in the days that were like this. Was there any more grotesque games like this that were purposely designed to kind of...
I've got to be honest, I think that's what Boogerman stands like.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything like this.
Yeah, because of course you have the gory games. You got like the classic Mortal Kombat, and there are games like that that are just pretty violent for like the 16-bit generation. More so on Sega, but what games were like Boogerman that dealt with like bodily functions and stuff like that? It's good. It's a good question, isn't it?
Especially when it comes to 16-bit like generation. I can't remember.
Yeah. Boogerman just embraces it so well, but yeah, you can't think of anything else, can you, that has this type? Maybe like I said earlier, like the Ren and Stimpy. Didn't Ren and Stimpy have a game?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And there was a game called Monsters, right? Remember Monsters? That had the same kind of vibe, right? With the like monsters and... But it wasn't as grotesque as this. I remember, I think one of my friends in school had Monsters, and I remember playing it. I think you have 3 monsters, and it was kind of like a puzzle game, puzzle platformer. You have to switch them out, depending on like what combination you needed to use them in.
I remember, yeah, we had Astro,
yeah. It had a pretty cool art style as well, but the monsters were like really ugly looking, and you know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think it might have had a world kind of similar to this, like it was all dirty and, you know, monstery, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Boogerman, the more you think about it, Boogerman really is unique.
Yeah, that's why it just, I think most people, you know,
it's quite,
this generation,
yeah. Can you imagine pitching this idea to the producers, telling them what kind of game you want to make? So he's going to be flicking bogeys, he's going to be farting on people, he's going to be doing this, and this is how you're going to platform around, and this is your attacks.
Yeah.
These are the boss fights.
But would it be a hard sell though?
It probably would be a hard sell.
Kids like that kind of shit,
the thing is, kids do like grotesque stuff, so yeah, they do, but the parents don't though.
And a weird thing with this game,
Oh god, you probably cut a lot of level out there.
And the weird thing with this level, there's actually been like transition screen to get straight to the next level. So obviously then it goes plungers.
Yeah.
But it did on this level, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it continues on.
Yeah, so like, it skips that entirely. So what's these plungers for?
Yeah.
They're like completely irrelevant.
Yeah, why are we collecting plungers? That's a good point. We don't need. We got no like end screen now. So what are plungers for?
Yeah, that's it. There's no like transition screen. So what?
Maybe just for high score. But nobody. I stress this. I can't stress this enough. High scores in games back in these days didn't mean anything apart from the arcade.
Yeah,
yeah.
So what? So there was it was.
No, it wasn't like you went to your friend. It's not like you wrote your high scores down and went into school and said I got like 250,000 in Streets of Rage. No one cared.
Who was doing that? No.
Yeah, I've never really understood high scores outside the arcade. I know sometimes some games tied them to lives, like Streets of Rage. Was it 25k per extra life?
Yeah.
But aside from that, yeah, high scores in these games are just rubbish. I can imagine a lot of younger generation kids playing this now, going, "What's with all the points all the time in all these games?"
It was just an arcade thing. But when it came to home consoles, it was actually irrelevant. You never needed it.
Yeah, because nobody was going, "Oh, do you know what? I need to play. I'm going to replay this because maybe it's tied to replay value too. I'm going to try and beat my high score from last time." But again, nobody plays these games for that, ever. On the high scores on the arcade games, did they last forever? Or did they get reset, the boards? They lasted a while because you went in some arcades and, particularly those light gun games, and you'll have one guy who's really good at a light gun game and you put like £10 in and he would just take all the top score, with his initials.
That's a good point. Unless you actually powered it off, then maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how long the high scores. Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it? How long do they last for, the high scores?
But the thing is, we were pretty young, like we went to the arcade, so
yeah. No. We are of the arcade generation, but yeah, I never played it too much. I think the best game I played in arcade was Night Slashers. That was probably... Night Slashers on arcade was amazing. And that was a game that never made it to consoles, was it? That was an exclusive. And there's an open border version which I really want to play on stream because it's basically a rebalanced version of Night Slashers with uncensored too, because of course it has religious themes, right? And that is a touchy subject to be playing around with in a game. So yeah, there's censored versions of that game. Yeah, Gold Cross replaced by Crystal and stuff like that. Red Blood with Green Blood, but the Red Blood Green Blood was a classic censorship back in those days. It's like, how do we get around violence? Turn the blood green. You're running over zombies instead of people, and you kind of were able to get away with it. It's the context of, the violence.
Well, but I mean, Carmageddon, the original version, when they were humans.
Yeah, Carmageddon. Turn them green. That's.
And then basically, the rest of the world got turned to zombies. And then in Germany, zombies was too so zombies was too much, and they turned into robots.
Wait, so the German version, they changed zombies to robots?
Yeah, because apparently zombies was actually just too much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they got robots in their version, which is just like laughable.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Well, remember Left 4 Dead?
I want to ask, who's mass producing robots on the street? Has it got a futuristic setting then?
Well, obviously it's just a crappy story. It's like obviously in our version, they don't even.
That's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but just remember, Left 4 Dead 2 was actually censored in the Australian version. So,
Australians get it bad with censorship.
Yeah, all the blood went through a point. Remember when we explained?
Yeah.
That was completely removed in the Australian version.
Yeah.
Just like you don't stuff.
Going back to Carmageddon, they actually did a Kickstarter of that a couple of years ago, didn't they? Because I was like, I never had Carmageddon on PS1 when it came out. We had the N64 version. I loved it. Even though when I looked on GameSpot, they gave Carmageddon something like a 2.4. A game that's so bad that it's, 2.4 is more like broken territory. Not bad territory, broken territory. But I loved it. I used to play the N64 version all the time. And so I always was interested in Carmageddon, but it was the PC version that I know everyone wanted to play, and that was the best version of it. And years later, I played the PS1 version, which was pretty bad as well.
I did not like that version.
No. But they did do a Kickstarter recently, and I think it was successful, and they brought out Carmageddon. But it was just one of those Kickstarters that became pretty irrelevant. It came out, nobody talks about it. No one probably even knows it even exists at this stage.
No.
I do, because I was quite curious about it. But I'd like to try playing my Carmageddon again, because, it was one of those, what do you want to call them, vehicle combat games?
But the cool thing race like.
Yeah, you could race, or you could
race
just
and win, but you never did. So
you just destroyed everything. Yeah.
But the great thing, like, yeah, it was so bad. Once you hit the buttons, you just couldn't ever really get back. Then you just kill them.
Yeah. But Destruction Derby was like that as well, wasn't it? That was like a car. I used to play that Destruction Derby demo all the time back in the day.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was just one of those games because when you're a kid, you ain't got no fucking money when you're a kid, and you just got hopefully your parents are gonna buy you something. And it was just one of those games that I was like, oh, I like to own Carmageddon, and just never, not Carmageddon, sorry, Destruction Derby, never did. And someone was talking about Gex the other day. You know Gex?
Oh, Enter the Gecko.
And Enter the Gecko, which has got to be a take of Enter the Dragon, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I think you're playing a spy. Oh my! Audie just mentioned it. Absolutely, I can't believe I forgot Twisted Metal. Yeah. Thing is, I never had Twisted Metal, but I have played. Audie actually brought over Twisted Metal Black. This was years after it came out as well, and it was really, really good. I really like Twisted Metal Black. But yeah. Yeah, because you know, being 18 years old, it's not, you know, you still got to be told what you can and what you can't see, which is.
I think it removed like every cutscene or something in the game, or was it like the ending cutscene?
I think they did. I think it was the ice cream character, the clown. I think was very censored, wasn't he?
I think I did all the character endings.
All the character endings.
Yeah, I swear to God, they like removed all of them.
Yeah, but look at the game. Oh, Boogermeister. All intros and endings have been censored in this country. It's Booger Boy himself. They're all removed. Yeah. I hate that. It's like you're 18 years old and you're being told what you can and can't see at 18. It treat you like children. It's like, oh, it's harmful, but it's never been proven, like, you know, violent video games and stuff like that has any effect on anybody, ever. Because in that case, then, you have to say movies, all forms of entertainment will have to be censored then, right?
Yeah.
And some gameplay was censored too, okay. Yeah, that's a problem with censorship. It's shit. We were talking about this on another stream about, like, the censorship of movies. Whatever happened to all that stuff, you know? All the movies being censored. Oh my god. How can you beat this guy in one go and, like, you've got your ass whipped by all the others? I'll be back. That's the Terminator reference right there. He sounded very campy, didn't he, this guy? Common waste basket. Okay. Oh, can you control Boogerman? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we could play around with the flush. Oh, are you done? Oh, we're back to the janitor.
Oh, cool, you actually clean up a bit.
Janitor by day, superhero by night.
Hello.
I forgot his name. Was it Boogermuck something? I can't remember.
Oh god, it's that second half of the game that helped.
Yeah, Josh was terrible in the first half of the game, but he managed to make up for it. So, Boogerman, what's your thoughts, Josh?
Again, too many levels. It should have been 3 instead of 4.
Too many levels. I agree with that.
Boss fights are a bit. Some of them a bit.
Boss fights gone too long.
But again, I like the game. It was pretty fun. Good difficult, a bit hard.
Unique as well.
Very unique, and the soundtrack's not bad. So I like the. It's not perfect, but it's a good game.
So yeah, Josh likes the game still. He's like, yeah, it's really cool. Easiest boss in game. Laugh aloud. Yeah, it's like, why did they save the easiest boss for the last boss, right?
Yeah, but Flyboy was annoying.
Yeah, the Flyboy. Yeah. But yeah, I like Boogerman. You gotta say unique. I was just talking about it a minute ago. What other game on from this generation had, you know, its whole purpose was to group, like, be disgusting, you know, and capture it in terms of game. There wasn't. So again, it has to go down as one of the most unique games on Mega Drive. So yeah, I like it. It's cool. But yeah, 4 levels per stage, a bit long. It goes on a bit long. And back in those days, I know people want more length in games, but the levels are kind of pretty samey. So it just feels like it's been stretched out a little too far. But no, good game. I like it. Good soundtrack. And again, great animations too. Oddie thoughts. Boogerman. Character clean up and color. What does character clean up mean? What does that mean, character cleanup?
What animation is it? Yes.
Maybe some sort of animation. Okay, I'm gonna read Audie's comment because he had this game. I've always really liked it. Good graphics. Gameplay is a little iffy and difficult. 4 levels per location is too much, but unique concept, which I loved as a kid. Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Biggest change, 4 levels to 3. Because I think 4 is just a bit.
4 levels of 3. Yeah, we're not slagging off like saying like the gameplay's bad, so they should shorten it. It's just that it just goes on a little long per stage. That's all. And that could have been tidied up a bit. But yeah, that's a blast from the past. That is playing this again. Well, I'm not really playing it. Josh is playing it, but I'm watching it. Congratulations. Yeah. There must be something on, yeah. And is he going to throw a bogey at the camera? It has to be, right? That's your high score, obviously. What? I don't even understand what we did. What did we grab? We grabbed that green thing from the boss. What did it do?
I'm just going back to where it was supposed to be.
So he nicked it from us because it was powering a generator or something? I don't know.
I think basically it was like keeping out the fucking swamps or whatever.
Look at this for an intro, though. What a brilliant intro. That's great, isn't it? Flicking shit right. Bogey straight to the... And you even flush yourself down the toilet. You can't beat that. Anyway, that's Boogerman. Unique game. Good game. Pretty hard, though. So if you're going to play it... Yeah, but there's a password selection.
Yeah,
so it's... Yeah, that'll take some of the difficulty away from the game. But yeah, good game. One from my childhood. I enjoy it.